to another week of Where's the Keys At? I'm Radot, and to my left we have
Elijah.
Tezza T.
Man came government name. You know your boy Lee's in the billing.
All right.
So this week we're gonna have a conversation about the clubbing scene, from when we first started going clubbing to what it's like now, and you know, does Ipswich have a culture? So yeah, where do we start? Where do you want to start, guys? We're going to take it
way back. We've got to go back to the start.
Yeah, of course.
I can remember being scared to go clubbing for ages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Scared, like, because certain people were going clubbing way before I was going clubbing. I couldn't actually get into the club until I was old enough to get into the club.
Really?
Yeah. The first time I ever went to a club.
I broke it when I was 16.
Did you?
Once. Yeah. Trader Jack's. Got in there.
You got into Trader? I never made Trader Jack's, you know.
That was the wickedest night
I never made the Traders.
Jesus
I remember everyone used to talk about
Christ.
Traders, but I never made it.
You make it early? I broke out early. I broke out about 30.
I know you broke it out earlier.
I broke it out early, bro.
The problem I had is because I always looked small and young, so I never could pass for an 18-year-old at that time.
Same.
So, you know, that was my problem.
I don't know how I got in. I just know I must have rolled in with the whole crew, man. Just snuck in.
I think mine was Hollywood's, and that was when Traders was next door to that.
Yeah.
And that was back in the day when they used to do Harmony. I don't know if you can remember Harmony nights.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that was way
I remember
back.
the flyers for Harmony.
But yeah, that was way back.
That's all I saw.
And I managed to get into there. But yeah, Trader Jack's is probably one of the first clubs that I went into at a young age. And yeah, that was good, man. But I want to take it a little bit further than that first, actually. Like, I'm going to take it back to Coconut Club.
Oh, wow.
I like the name of Coconut Club.
Yeah, deep though,
Let's go Coconut
Now,
Club.
I know, not now. Can have that club name now, I reckon, but you know. Yeah.
And obviously there was under 18s back then. So,
Yeah.
you know, I know like kids have like simulation now and a lot of the clubs that have their under 18s. But that was kind of the first club vibe that we had, you know, where there was music there. Like, remember we used to go to the shop and that and like all chip in money to buy drink and get drunk, and we used to do stupid stuff like spin around.
I never went with you. I never went with you, man. Why?
Eli knows what I'm talking about. Like, Eli used to drink cider, yeah, and start crying and that. I used to start watering, man. Eli used to start watering, start spinning around and doing some crazy stuff, boy. But yeah, that was our first real taste of like alcohol, like, you know, drinking like, man, we should drink like 2020 and
Was it Blue Lightning?
Mad Dog,
Mad Dog.
yeah,
Blue Lightning.
and Amiga cider.
Yeah.
But Ipswich had this town, it's been a small town, had a lot of clubs, didn't it?
Of course.
It
did.
Clubs and bars, and people used to come from out of town
decent.
in. So the under 18s for me was just a wicked introduction. It was like a nice, safe step. And the clubs used to be darker.
Yeah.
I used to like nightclubs because they were dark and no one could see
yeah.
me like dancing or whatever. It was like a private
Yeah.
Listen, I know I was in the corner doing my thing.
Yeah.
You get me? I don't know.
I wind up.
I remember this one time I come Coconut, and I remember that was wicked because when I used to do a paper round, me and Ash, we used to meet up on a Saturday. We used to go to JJB, I was going to say Sports Direct. JJB used to get new tracksuit and trainers and stuff. So I remember I got a new Lecoq Sportive tracksuit. Love that tracksuit.
With the snap, old school blue and white.
Blue and white with the snaps on the side.
With a white
Oh my God.
with the white.
So I come in, so I remember I craved my mum that day. My mum need my hair done because that's when I had plaits. And she's like, I ain't doing your hair. Like, Mum, I need my hair done, please. So I really started pulling it out. She's like, I ain't doing my hair. Said, you gonna have to go out with a hat on. To me, all right. So there was something at the Caribbean Club that night anyway. So we was already out, the Caribbean Club. Remember, I wasn't allowed to go Coconut. My dad said no. But then Mum was like, all right, I'm going to let you go, but make sure you come back before your father comes in. So I'm like, all right, cool.
What?
So yeah, so dad was doing taxi driving that night. So I went out now. But because I didn't have my hair done and I had elastic bands all over the place and like little picky bits and stuff, yeah. So I put a hat on, right? So the first time I come in Coconut, like everyone was saying hello. Next minute, Matty Cunningham, what you got a hat on for? Took it off now. Everyone started laughing. Killed my night. Matty, I'll never forgive you that though. I'll never forgive Matty.
But that was good though, wasn't it?
Killed my
Remember?
night.
Matty, let me see there. Matty and Banton, Abel and them, man. They used to DJ and that, and like we had it a lot, man. Like, but like when I think about it, like we were under 18s, bro. I remember they used to play like Wayne Marshall G Spot and them kind of tunes.
Yeah.
Like, remember
R. Kelly,
all them kind of things in there, and like
Listen, they were promoting it.
It was good,
They
man.
were promoting it.
But that was just, it was good. like that was a
G-spot.
That's probably the first time that areas kind of come together.
Yeah.
So you know, all the Napton now were linked with the mouth and Witten, and that sort of pushed towards that.
Coconut,
and then
I think that was around the same time anyway. Coconut. And
some of my earliest memories of the people from the other areas like Earl was competition when we're going to the under 18s, and the competition was who can kiss the most girls in the night. You go around and like we would get like banned from every platform nowadays because the competition was you go outside, you meet up with your boys, right, let's go, and you're just running and you'll see like Earl Lips and 3 people, T-Roy, me, Marley, and at the end of the night, how many did you get? And I'd be like, yeah, I got 6, man, but really I got 3. Of course you can't but say even now, imagine just going up to girls and saying, can I kiss you? Can I kiss you? Can I kiss you?
Nah, not in this world.
That was. And yeah, we like said, many friendships came from that, man. Like,
of course.
You know, I think we had like youth club. Also, we had you know the football team and that we had and stuff. And I guess that transition from under 18s to your first club vibe was good. Like, let's think about it now. Really, let's think about the clubs and the bars that we can remember that we first started going to. Because like I remember in the evenings, you go in town. And the town centre was ram up, like how town is. Like you'd be walking past people saying, "Yo, what bar are you going to? Where you going to?" It was busy. It was like a holiday strip, wasn't it?
Yeah,
because there was, I don't know, there was probably 10, 20, 30 clubs and bars that were always busy. You'd hop from one club to another club to a bar to a bar.
But no, I remember. So I think the first time I went out was when I'd gone out and I was 17. I was like small, so I'm thinking I don't know how these bands let me in. But I went out and I went to was it Glass House first?
Bar Bristow's.
No, was it Bar Bristow? It was Bar Bristow first. Yeah, Barbie. It was Barbie. Barbie was bad.
Barbie was with pound of drink, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we went to Barbie first, and then I don't think I went to Le Pré that night, but then ended up going to it was Cartouche at the time. Ended up going Cartouche, and that was just wicked night. But it's funny though because I think there was a few of us who went, and we was with this guy who was younger than us, but he was bigger than us, and he knew the bouncers well. So we all went to go, and then like the bouncer stopped us, and then like he said, "But blah blah blah, you know me, whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, let him through." And I was like, "Fry, all right, cool." And we got in, so that was a good night.
One of my first experiences of clubbing was before I even went. I was about 14. Maybe 13, I was in my dad's car and we were going through town for some reason late at night and we see Tesfaye and he was outside that graveyard near 4th Street.
Oh right,
near that graveyard, like crawling.
Oh yeah.
And my dad went, "Get in the car, Tesfaye, get in." And he got in and Dad said, "Move over, get in the back," and let Tesfaye sit in the front. And Tess is leaning out the window and he's taking him home. He's drunk. Rock up. And he was seeing sick all out the window and my dad was going, "See, Eli? This is why you don't go club." And that stuck in my head. And that might have something to do with me like having that fear of going out. Because I thought, boy.
Because I think when I first started venturing out, like my dad and I remember I lived in town, I lived like Eagle Street. Yeah. And obviously I was quite close to Liberties, isn't it? And these are the days where it was embarrassing. I remember going out, I was still young. And I used to wear like my school trousers and my school shoes. And back in the day, you get a shirt from like River Island or Top Man.
And
Westworld.
Or something like that. I remember wearing a tie and that sometimes to go out, man. Like, Ben Sherman shirt and that thinking I was good or YSL or something.
You have to try and make dress up older, didn't you?
And I was thinking, I wear these baggy ass school trousers and that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, well, how did I get in? But I got in, man.
But the girls were doing it from years.
Oh, girls always got in, didn't they? Girls
still to this day, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
of course.
Bouncers know they are.
Yeah. I was quite fortunate though, because I said at Cartouche, Sound Academy, Liberties, and like Bar Extreme and that, like my dad's friends and that worked on the doors and stuff, so I was quite lucky to get in some of them places. You know, you're like, they're your dad, man, so you just bold you, just keep yourself quiet and just don't get yourself in any trouble and you're good, man.
I say to my brothers, I feel sorry for you lot because
man. These youngsters
not the same no more.
These youngsters ain't getting what we got, man. We had
Think
the best
about
time.
the era we had.
Yeah.
In terms of music, we came at the top end of jungle, like the birth of garage before it really popped.
Yep.
But it was there, like late 90s,
The
early 2000s.
new stage hip hop.
R&B was like,
at the
come on.
forefront.
When it was the best of the best.
R&B and hip hop.
Yeah,
We
like
just
I
had this
said,
explosion
97,
of
98.
everything.
Jeez, that's when everything just started popping off.
And now what are the kids going to go out to? Like, there's nothing enticing them. I wanted to go out because I had the garage mixtapes that we all had.
Yep.
I wanted to go hear them
that
tunes.
stuff.
Damn right.
So that was my motivation. But what's the motivation to go out now?
Don't know. And you think like all of these,
Now I think, but I don't know
You
where
can
house is
Spotify
good
that,
though.
bruv, we listened to those mixtapes and we got to see those guys in their peak.
life.
Like,
Damn right.
so solid before they even blew up.
Yes.
Pairs you get before they blew up. Like, Cartouche, remember every Friday had a top DJ, top
Every
artist.
Friday, without
whether it's
fail.
Master Steps, EZ, the Dream
Wickedest
Team,
times.
whoever it was, there was always a bad boy
Yeah.
DJ there playing, and the night was wicked.
Yeah.
Like, bruv, wicked. Like, you didn't want to go home.
You didn't want to miss a weekend out.
Nah.
Never.
And,
Didn't wanna
and the
miss a
thing is, them
weekend
times
out.
you're just going out to dance.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Music
just,
first,
just
right?
hope I hear this tune, hope I
You
hear that
didn't
tune.
care
That was
about
it.
the liquor
Yeah.
or if it was dancing. And not be funny, them days there, you went out Monday night, Tuesday night. You probably didn't go on a Wednesday, but you
That's
went out
the only night you
Thursday,
didn't go out.
Friday,
Saturday
Saturday,
and
Sunday.
Wow. Like,
See,
it
I
was
think I missed
ridiculous.
that. I didn't do that.
I did that.
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
do
You
that.
done the Monday liquid.
Liquid,
and
Monday
then you
student
Tuesday
night, bad,
Tuesday
bad,
Branigans, and then Wednesday you do that, and then
Wednesday was
Thursday you
champ
can as much
night.
as you like.
Yeah.
At
Liquid, that was liquid and cartouche.
Cartouche.
Yeah,
And
And
then
cartouche.
Friday cartouche was
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
And then Saturday was a good day.
Liquid and cartouche.
And then Sunday Branigans again.
Nah, Sunday was
Chicago's. Edwards to Chicago's.
No, it was because it changed its name near the bus stop. It changed its name and went back to the same name again. Yates.
Yes,
Yates on Sunday it was. Yates on Sunday.
Yates.
That was the one.
And so we had a lot of stuff. And then obviously like, you know, you knew everyone was gonna be there. So like everyone would always go Lepre in it. Lepre was the place.
That was the end of night place, isn't it?
You knew you could go Lepre on your own and go to the back of the bar where the toilets were, men's toilets, and you knew your boys were going to be there.
Yeah.
Had the whole
was
back
there.
bar unlocked.
Everyone was there.
Wickedest
Everyone
nights.
was there, man. Like,
Wickedest.
I trained with Razza and them man at the gym, man, and I see them man all the time. When you talk about the times, like you just can't. I don't think we'll ever get those times back.
We're never going to get
You
the
need
time
someone
back.
to. You need someone to invest
now.
some serious money to build this town up. Because I
What
look
do you
at
mean
the
get
town
them
now.
times back for us or for the?
Like we get our nights back because you know X9 Promotions and that do their sort of old school nights and stuff like that, and I think we do our things like that, and we kind of get our crowd back together. But in the sense of like, you know, my boy's gonna be 21 in a couple of weeks, and he ain't never gonna experience what I've experienced.
Nah,
And
exactly.
you know, like
yeah.
his night is Revs, and it was Unit, and that's closed down.
No, Unit's dead.
That's closed down now. But there's nowhere to go. Look, you
Well,
only got one bar, one club.
The whole thing was that, like, I remember from the other side, from the DJing side, was the promotions were pub to club promotions. Remember that?
yeah.
Pubs and clubs would team up and say,
Yeah,
"Look,
of
come
course.
here,
Come here.
and then go
And
there.
then go there after, exactly, yeah.
But there was so much variety. You could
Yeah.
have like 4 pub to club promotions in one night.
Yeah.
Now there's no clubs. There's pub to pub
Nah.
or bar. I think the culture's changed a bit as well, where big clubs with kind of pyrotechnics or whatever, and flashiness is out now, and it's more about bars, restaurant bars,
Yeah.
smaller places.
Yeah, now my preference would be to go to a bar and then be done.
Yeah.
But like back then, we had like 4 clubs. We had, because you had Pals, you had
I was big as well.
yeah,
wasn't
you
it?
had Pals, you had Liquid, you had Cartouche or Zest, and then you had
Sound
Sound
Academy.
Academy. Exactly, they're the
Still
4
have Fire
clubs.
and Ice, though.
Sound Academy, yeah.
Yeah, Fire and Ice as well.
Fire and
Yeah,
Ice,
Fire
that's
and
the
Ice
DJ
was
there
after.
as well.
Yeah.
Fire and
Ollies,
Ice stayed
Ollies
after.
was a big bar as well.
Ollies a big
Ollies
bar,
was
yeah.
decent.
It was a big bar.
Obviously,
Yeah.
like so we had
Yeah.
you had obviously Liberties and it turned to Opium, didn't it?
Opium Lounge,
Opium
yeah,
Lounge.
Opium Lounge. I
Opium
forgot about
Lounge
that name,
as well.
yeah, Opium Lounge, yeah. And then went to Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice was big. Fire and Ice was big actually, to be fair.
Ice Bar was
decent.
wicked.
Ice Bar was wicked.
Ice Bar was wicked. And that's another place where you knew you could come out on your own and you knew your boys where they'd be in that back bar
Yeah,
again.
100.
you know.
I remember one night I got broke up. I think it was our birthday, you know, T. We went out,
Yeah.
we was in Ollies. And I just remember seeing a whole tray of shots.
And the fish bowls.
Fishbowl. We had to lick off the fishbowl and then do the shots on the tray. I think that my night ended in Ollies. It started in Ollies and ended in Ollies. I didn't make it out, bro.
But you know what? One of my favourite memories, was like Lepre's. But can you remember when we used to always light the shots on our mouth?
Nah,
You remember that?
Yes, I remember that. The Sambuca.
The Sambuca shot. I put it out. I light it again and put it out, bro. We used to do some madness. And I always remember that drink. Remember Slippery Nipple?
Slippery Nipple, oh my gosh,
Sambuca the
man.
baby,
Baileys,
bro.
oh Lord.
Jeez.
I remember there's one time when me and Dan and another couple of friends, we ended up going to Ollies, and one of our friends bought us a shot. And this is me, I smelled it now. I was like, yeah, Dad, that's all right. It smell like tomato juice. It's cool.
You got
Tabasco sauce.
Tabasco sauce.
And you know, I don't like hot sauce in it. And I started to react and my lips started to swell in my tongue. I was like, oh my gosh, Hitch Stylier started going, man.
Even Old Ollies was alright to go in before.
That's my
On a Wednesday, weren't it?
Yeah.
Going in for the cocktails and that.
So when,
Big Wednesday, boy.
So when me and Leroy used to work there, Leroy had a place a lot. Leroy made me fall in love with Kanye, man. Kanye was rocking every night, innit, Lee? Every night, busting some Kanye. It's a celebration, bitches.
When they push the button, man. We got to the point where, remember, Ben Smart used to work, he was the manager when it.
Yeah.
I got to the point where man he's got fed up and just poured drinks, he just get a bottle,
Just
put
left
the bottle on the side. You man help yourself. But people forget, remember we had that lock, Alliance days. Like we used to play downstairs all the time. And then man like Wayne Dieff on people's shoulders, throwing the champagne bottle and champagne all the time, spraying it all up in. Bruv, oh Lord, like the joke.
They were some really good times.
What kind of clubber would you think you are? Because nowadays, like we go out of town, especially we get a table and all that. I've never really liked that kind of stuff because I feel like I drink a couple drinks and I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? I'm off, I'm dancing. But then there's certain members who probably never on the pod who won't get out of the chair and they'll sit back at the table the whole time. Like, who are you in the club?
See, I'm more of a. See, I like.
That's a good question, you know.
Yeah, I like the thought and the feeling of getting a table and sitting there and chilling. But my preference is to be burst and just dancing all night, innit? That's me. Like I like to be up there. But I think you need to be up there and everyone else is on that vibe with you as well. You don't want to be like the boy in the crew and everyone else at the table, you up there by yourself.
I do that. I'm gone every time.
I feel like
festival, party, club, everything.
I feel now that I've gone full circle because I started off going into a club dancing. That was all my main thing, dancing. Then I went through a part where I was like more reserved, and now I'm finding myself like, especially when we were at the other night, dancing all night. I feel like that now.
But I think sometimes as the age you were reserved, and obviously as you got a family, you got and whatever. Like I think back then when we were raving, we had no care in the world.
We're ravers.
You were ravers. We're ravers. There was no gal, no family, no nothing. There was no commitment. So it was like you just went out there, and you went out there and just.
I'm with T. It was all about the dancing vibe.
I remember wind up with this thing. Next minute, moving over to here, to there, and I didn't care what I was doing, Bridget. I was out there. I
remember one night I must have gone cartouche, and this was garage night and that, and I remember I must have gone to London the week before, and I remember I was like, "What's all these clothes everyone's wearing?" And I see Moschino and stuff to me. I like that. Listen now.
It's me.
Nah, I found the cheap version, and that was nice. Some white shirt with all black writing on it, and the jeans as well. The white jeans with all black writing on it. I was like, yeah, man. So I remember going out that Friday, and I was all happy. Yeah. Someone said, "Yeah, what's that?" It's Mosh, isn't it? No, that ain't Mosh, Betty. My dad sold that in his shop in London to me. Oh, no, man, killed me, you know.
It's hard, isn't it? Because if that came back, would we get back? Would that tempt us to get back into that vibe?
I don't know.
Not while we're at the age we're at now. No.
Yeah, man.
If we could go back and we were younger and know what we know now,
I think I still got it, you know. I think I can still do it, you know. I can still do it, you know.
Yeah, I kind of my head. Like Nartude, you did a second child.
4 years old, because you fuck,
I think I can still do it, you know.
Before we get that, Leroy, who are you in the club? I want to know what type of person you are. When you go out.
Out now?
Yeah.
It depends who I'm with. If I'm with the boys, I'm a raver. If I'm with someone who can't be a raver, we know certain man. You know what I mean? We know people who can't rave like we used to rave, so I have to be a bit reserved. You know what I mean?
I hear that too.
Have to have a table and be a bit reserved about it. I still do a couple of dance moves. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But if I'm out with the wife, then I'm reserved and I chill. Yeah. But if I'm with my boys, I'm a raver.
Let's all throw a story out there. Let's all throw a little story out there. Let's do a story. A story that we can tell that we're not gonna hot nobody up because that's not what we do on this show. You know. Nah, do what you're doing. Do what you're doing. Actually.
Nah.
We'll throw a story out there.
I've got that guy
from a club that we've been to. That we enjoyed the night and there was some sort of jokes.
I feel like you guys are gonna have much better stories than me because although I went clubbing, it was around the same time. I wasn't regular like that, and if I was out
too much.
I would have been DJing.
That's true.
More time, or I'd be at home. Yeah. So my stories are gonna be dry. Just get ready for my dry stories. But you lot go well. I was out too much, man.
I tell you, I'm gonna tell the story about Lepraise, yeah.
I got a story about Lepraise as well, but wait till you're done. My story focused on me and
this story, I could tell 2 stories, but we will burst. Coming to Lepraise, everyone's there drinking up, and we're like, yeah, come we get some shots. And at this time now, there's big gal around us.
Oh my god,
big gal around us, and everyone was all happy. Drinking shots. Everyone was like, you drink shots, and the girls like, yeah, what drink shots? You drink shots as well, innit? And at these points, people didn't want to drink drinks in it.
Yeah.
They didn't want to down shots. They didn't want to drink drinks. They were soft. Don't like Sambuca. No, we're drinking Sambucas in it. That's what we're drinking in it. So at this point, there, everyone was like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, drinking it. And we drunk it, but one of these people couldn't drink a shot. And man started,
and the sick come up straight away.
Yeah, remember that?
I know exactly
man started holding it.
Yeah.
And man threw up over a girl. Over one of the girls that we chatted to.
Yeah.
Mash up everyone else's flex. And the sick up on the girl, and it's embarrassing, brother. Like, rah, what can you do? And man just went there, wiped his face, and carried on.
Was
Like,
Was it that person?
Nah,
and that was funny, man.
Young them, boy.
That was funny. But that was jokes.
That was.
What about you, Ray?
So mine started from, it was a weird day. So me and Darius went up to Newcastle to watch a game.
Shit.
We was waiting in the playing lounge after. And the boys came out and were like, we can't go to Newcastle tonight. The fans will kill us. We'll go back to Ipswich. We was like, what? All the way to Ipswich? Yeah, we've got to go all the way back to Ipswich. So we had to come back to Ipswich. Then we had to meet at a certain place at a certain time.
Shit.
Ray got late on time and weren't working then. That's when Ray was always late. So I'm like, oh man, I'm in trouble as it is. So I come back and I was late, so I had to do 4 shots of Sambuca. Drunk the 4 shots of Sambuca, and I'm like, this is not good. Hadn't had nothing to eat all day, you know. This is not good. That's when I went to another bar. There was a bar. I know you would know this bar. Further to where...
Yeah, Purple Lounge.
Well, I don't know what it's called. Was it Purple Lounge?
Yeah,
I remember it was
Purple
like a
Lounge.
Mexican-looking dude who had the place open. So we went in there, and then one of the guys who we were with started DJing in there, started like playing music and stuff. That's decent. Then like we had, remember the Smirnoff Ice bottles, right?
Yeah.
So we had to down them.
With a straw.
Yeah.
With the straw, had to down them. I can't drink fizzy that quick. So therefore, I'm losing. So I lost another 4 shots of Sambuca. This is not going well at all, man. I'm dying. So we end up coming to the Prey now, and in that stupid game, Aggie Buff. I'm going to call it a stupid game. I hate that game. So we played that now. So it was Aggie Buff, everyone. Like literally, you can only talk to the boys in the group. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm doing well, right? So I see someone I used to go to school with. She come over talking to me. And like I'm making all hand gestures and stuff because obviously I can't talk, so I managed to do well.
Everyone's watching you.
Everyone's watching. Exactly, everyone's watching slip. So I'm thinking I managed to do well, and I managed to get her out of the way, so it's all good. So I'm thinking, all right, cool, I'm good. Then me and my stripper self must have seen a boy who I play football with, and obviously because I didn't play football that day because I went to Newcastle, I wouldn't know the score. So I went over to her. I was like, how do we get on that day? Shot. This would be everyone. It was like a bullet going off. Like everyone just saw shot. I'm like, oh my gosh. Next minute, another 4 Sambucas. So by this time, I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
You're doing well to be standing after that.
I'm still standing, but boy, my head's not there. That's for certain. And then we playing stupid off-ground touch where you had to touch a ceiling and stuff. We used to do some stupid games back in the day.
We used to shot, smash a glass. Every time we shot a shot.
Yeah. We didn't do that night though. Not that
how
night.
do you get away with stuff like that? We used to get away with something.
We didn't do that night, but we did the off-ground touch and we started touching the ceiling and stuff. And then, so then Darius was like, Ray, you need a break, man. I was like, I know, Dad. He said, can we go Edwards? I was like, all right, cool. Edwards is a good place as well, by the way. So me and Dad went Edwards, left the group. Come in Edwards now, and then I gave Dad's money to go to the bar to get us a drink, and I'm thinking I need to go to the toilet, man. So when I've gone to the toilet, you now have to go up the stairs to get to the toilet. Yeah. I'm standing behind these people, and I'm thinking, these are people queuing up. I go to the men's toilets with massive queue. This is me. I don't feel well. That heat's licked me now. I'm thinking I'm gonna be sick, you know. I'm thinking, oh man, I'm dying. I'm gonna be sick. Next minute now, I felt it. I went to catch my mouth. Instead of catching my mouth, I went like this. Shut up now. So it went all over the guy in front of me. Manager, wasn't it? You've got to go. I'll go. I said, I see the bouncers walking towards you. I said, no need for this. I'll walk out. I'm fully aware I need to go right now. So I started walking out. I'm like, shoot, Darius is still at the bar trying to buy drinks. So then there was someone I saw in the queue. So I said, can you go in there, get Darius and tell him that I've been kicked out, so we've got to go. So I see Darius with the 2 drinks like this now. Now she got to drink them, so Darius drank them now. So he come out. Right, let's go back to Lepraise. All right, went back to Lepraise now. Shot. What do you mean shot? You lot left the group. You're not supposed to leave the group. Oh gosh. 4 Sambucas now. Now this time I'm seeing them slam down to me. I can't drink no more, man. I think I had one of them, and then like paranoia started kicking in. I'm looking at people and I swear everyone's just laughing at me, looking at me laughing. I'm looking at 2 barmaids and they're looking at me laughing as well. And I'm like,
Probably worse.
I've got to go. I don't, that probably didn't even happen, but I'm thinking in my head, this is what happened. So I'm thinking, I've got to go. So I think I managed to dash the other 3 away. And then I went outside and then, so you had like a printing company? No, that was where Cash Converters was used to be there, didn't it?
Yeah.
So I got there now. I don't feel well. Sick everywhere. It's coming out like water, right? Listen, I heard these girls across the road when they were walking. I was like, oh my gosh, please they don't see me. And I heard them say, look across, that's Curtis being sick over there. I was like, yes, they think it's Curtis, not me.
Curtis.
So I'm thinking, yes, all right, cool. So next minute, walking now. I'm thinking, I've got to get home. I don't know how I'm going to get home. I'm cold. Like, I broke up. This is a pay-as-you-go phone. I've got 10p left in my phone. What can I do? Right? I'm thinking, what can I do? Walking now. Got to the part of where the Salvation Army was at the bottom of, so I got there now and I'm looking around. I'm thinking, I'm going to have to sleep here, I'm cold, right? And listen to me, I'm thinking, there ain't no way I can sleep here. I'm going to be robbed and everything. And I've just got a brand new 8810. I'm not, that can't go. No, 82 said it was. Yeah, I got one of them. So I'm thinking, nah. So I start walking now. I got to the bottom of Bishop's Hill. And there was a woman who's now being dropped off in a taxi. So I went up to the taxi, tried to open the door. Man, locked the door. Drive up the road to me. Oh, no, man, what am I going to do? Who out of my friends who's driving and not out tonight? I'm thinking, I've got to phone Vinny, man. Vinny, bottom Bishop's Hill. Brock up, come get me, please. That was how it went. I had 10 pieces. I had to call quick.
Hey, come get you.
Come and get me. So that's now. I'm on the bench, right? And I'm thinking, if anything, I'll have to sleep on this bench. And I'm thinking, I'm so cold because I'm looking up the hill, and this hill's going like this. I'm not making it, man. Well. I'm not making up this hill. So I'm like, right, I'm just have to sleep here. So next minute now, I'm on this bench. I'm thinking, it's cold, man. I'm so cold. Next minute I hear do. So I'm literally that blue MG. Listen now. I hear Vinny, fucking hell, Ray. Listen, Paddy, get him in the car. So Paddy come out now, dashed me in the back of the car, took me home. Next minute, got home now. Ash was like, yeah, I'll look after him. Like, all right, cool. All right, so next minute, I'm upstairs now. And Ash was playing Championship Manager on my room. And I kept saying, like, falling. He kept pushing me on the bed. I don't know why I kept falling. I kept falling off the bed. Falling, pushing me on the bed again. And then he got down to get a drink. Falling, boom. Ash can't run upstairs. Ray, you idiot. That's got to be one of my worst nights, man. I've had some bad sick nights, but that was one that I remember in Le Pre.
Some bad nights, man.
That was the worst night in Le Pre. But that was a good night. That was a good night up until I got broke up completely. But yeah.
Eli,
so Sambuca is my kryptonite now.
Go on, Leroy. What's the story?
Yeah, I think my worst night has to be the night I was saying about. And, that night that started in Ollies and ended in Ollies. I remember. What I remember is I couldn't take no more shots. And I was standing outside and I think I swear. And I see a little blue, I can't remember don't know what colour it was. I'm not going to say whose car it was either. But a Mini pulled up outside. A Mini pulled up outside.
Mini?
And all I can remember hearing someone said, yeah, just get him in the car. Take him home. Get him in the car and take him home. I remember being in the back of the Mini. Back in the Mini.
You know there's a T, you know.
Leave me alone, man. So I remember getting into the back of the car, and then I just remember being at the door, and I had knock. I was thinking, oh, what's going on, man? My brother opened the door. I was living with my brother at the time, and he went, oh, someone went in anyway and left me at the doorstep. He must have went upstairs. He must have said, his room's up there, go get him whatever he needs. So I'm there standing, I'm at the bottom of the steps. And I sat down, I was like, yeah, I'm going to sleep, man. All I know, my brother, I must have conked out there. But my brother told me in the morning I stripped naked in front of my niece. My niece was there saying, Daddy, what's he doing? What's that? Why?
Oh, man.
I remember waking up, I don't know what. I woke up to something that I shouldn't have woke up to. But like I said, I don't remember what happened that night. It was crazy. It was a crazy night.
Oh, shoot.
Bro, Black Sambuca was my killer. That was my killer tonight.
Any Sambuca is my killer.
Sambuca.
Nah, man. That's why I haven't drunk Sambuca for years.
I don't like that.
Honestly, that is like my kryptonite. I don't touch that stuff.
What's that aniseed one?
Yeah,
Sambuca.
Sambuca.
Yeah, I don't agree with me. On my stag do, we had that. Enough of that.
Oh yeah,
Damn right.
Jesus.
And Rushkin-off.
Paint stripper, boy. Oh man, paint stripper the one, boy.
But I've had some wicked nights.
I've had some really good nights from
like,
here to Manchester and Newcastle. Newcastle, I've got another bad story about Newcastle, by the way.
Like even some of the private parties that Kieran held, you know, big up UKD, man, you know, like the fancy dresses and stuff that we went to.
Yeah, in Ipswich,
they were jokes in Ipswich.
Good parties. The white party was good.
The white parties were good.
The characters one as well.
Yeah, the characters one was good.
With Warriors, that was
when we used to go to Pals and that, when we used to go to Pals and get tables and Pals and stuff, that vibe was good. Like, you know, we listened to, you know, 112, you know, Jagged Edge, Usher, you know, I don't want to say his name, but R. Kelly, you know what I mean? Donald Jones, all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So that was the good vibe music, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas now it's very...
I tell you where I saw the golf, right, was when we was out the other night in Wine Bar, and when Garage was on and we were all dancing, and the kids didn't know what time, they didn't know what was going on.
They didn't know what was
we
going
would turn that
I didn't
place up.
even see nobody else.
Exactly. We would turn that place up, and I was looking at the kids, I thinking they don't know what to do with this, man.
They ain't got a clue.
You know?
What is, in 10, 15, 20, what's going to be the music they vibe to and all gel and smile about? Have they got anything? They ain't really, have they?
I don't think so.
Nah.
Ed Sheeran.
But then I listen to their music.
I mean, how big? I mean, is the house scene really that big? The house scene must be big, right?
House scene is big.
But
house is really diverse though.
But
Like, there's so many
can't-
types of house. Like
Yeah.
there was
There is.
garage and that was it. You know what I mean?
that's true. You got like soulful house. You got like
and even dance
soulful
music is
house,
very
like.
versatile as well. Like you can hear some dance music and it's dance music, but it sounds housey.
Yeah.
You listen to people like Colin Francis or Super D and them, and their tunes are bubbling. And well, listen to house on a regular basis, but you go to one of their raves, you're shacking out.
You're shacking out, yeah.
But then that kind of house is different to like what they call like big room or tech house or tribal. There's so many subs.
Yeah.
Whereas with ours, it was like garage was it.
Yeah.
It was the one.
I must admit, I do think we were quite lucky because I think, although you said the other day young people weren't really shacking out or didn't really understand, I think if you had a garage rave, an old school garage rave or R&B rave or something like that, I think our music's more timeless. I think if you brought those guys to our vibe, they'd be on it. Whereas I don't think that the drill and the grime and stuff scene what they listen to now is ever going to last. Like had that longevity. To what
you're
it
right,
is now.
because garage is timeless. You can listen to
even some of the young kids now, like there's a couple of young boys that I work with, or I take to college or something like that, and they're sort of 18, 19 and stuff. Some of them are a bit younger. And I'm banging tunes on my kind of raw. And these men are getting their phone at Shazam and the tunes are thinking, raw, man. This tune's good. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, raw. And I'll go in man's car, and these men are busting R&B, they're busting some of these garage tunes, and they're like, raw, man, this tune's bad, you know, this tune's bad. And I said, well, this tune's about 20 years old, you know? And they're starting to feel that vibe. And I think, you know, we're quite lucky that, you know,
I think so.
One Extra, Capital, and that are playing all those sort of tunes still. Like, you know, Biggie and those things that they can't ever go out, can they?
I feel selfish saying this. I never thought I'd say this. I remember the day One Extra came and it arrived and they were like, new black music or the home of black music. And I thought, this is going to be amazing. Yeah. But actually, I wish our music was still really niche. I wish that was like, we was just getting our music and sharing it and kind of organically, because now it feels like
the whole of Europe's got that shit.
Everyone's got it. It was worth a bit less and it's a bit more diluted. And I feel like it was when it was ours and it was our kind of, it wasn't a secret because everyone knew about it, but when it was ours, it was ours. And now it's kind of like, this is why I think we've got so much music that sounds the same, because everyone hears it on One Extra and then people go home and they've got computers and they make what they've heard. Listen, we just get more of the same.
I was listening to One Extra yesterday and I heard, so all the grime artists that you listen to now, like H, Diggity,
Ardy.
the
I don't know none of these brothers.
what's his name?
I know about
Heady One, all them man like that, yeah?
Yeah.
All of their new tunes, every single one of them are samples. All R&B samples, all R&B tunes. I'm listening to them. They're like Aaliyah, they're Ashanti. You got Ace, you got 50 Cent. That Stunt 101 tune that they got, and every single tune is from R&B and then samples. They basically got the whole beat and just rapping over the beat.
But listen,
Do you know what it is? That's because it's probably summer, innit? Summer's coming, so they can make a summer banger.
But they've gone. Where have they gone back to?
Yeah, but listen, T-Roy.
Yeah, but that's what we did.
That's
Our
what we
era
did.
had the same
Puff
thing.
Daddy
though.
did the same thing.
Yeah, he did. Puff Daddy did.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
Exactly.
But with the old school soul,
made it better though.
With the old school soul and stuff.
Puffy sample is better than this sample right now.
With the old school soul and stuff, they did do a lot.
I always listen to like did it. Did that all the old tunes or been around the world?
Yeah,
they were.
Kanye did a bit of sampling, old sampling as well.
Yeah, most
So
of
did
them.
Jay Dilla. Most of the man did.
Yeah, most of them.
But still, they made it good though. Them tunes there were big.
Yeah,
I don't know what these tunes like now though.
If you like, let's
Do you know what it is? It just don't sound right because I know when you hear a sample and you think, "Right, this tune's bad back in the day." When I hear this man rapping some doo-doo on the track, and I'm thinking, "You're killing my joint, man."
Yeah, I hear you.
He's killing my joint.
Yeah.
You know the one that hurt me the most, yeah, is the Little Mix, the Little Kim one.
What?
The Little Kim and what's his name? C's.
Little Ski, Crush on You.
Yeah.
What?
They done
Yeah,
someone
I heard that. I didn't hear that. I did hear that.
That was my jam.
That was my jam. I know. I hear that.
That was my jam.
Yeah.
And I heard the remake. What
I
is this,
officially
man?
quit DJing last weekend for this reason. I quit. I'm done. I'm only DJing gigs where I can play what I want to play. And the only thing I want to play is between like a 10-year period of music because I got to the point where I'm playing every weekend. And big ups to everyone who could do it. My cousin does it. You know, we've got DJs in Ipswich who can do it, but we're all looking 40 years old now, and I'm playing music. I used to play music to my friends. I started DJing to impress my friends. You know what I mean? And then I was doing that, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the people on the dance floor, enjoyed the music. Now I'm at an age where I'm playing music for the money, and I'm looking at these fools on the dance floor, and they come and saying stupidness in my ear, and I feel like I'm in a room full of children, and I should feel like I'm in a room full of children because I am. They're 17, 18, 19, and I'm pushing 40. I've given up on that now, and I feel like.
I hear you.
But the problem is, as a DJ, there's so many places you can DJ because there's no young DJs coming up. There ain't any DJs coming up. Managers can't find DJs that can play music. So that's why you see all of us old heads still on the scene.
Okay.
But if anyone wants to book me, just know that I'm going to be playing 2001.
And you'll get people there. I'm there. You're going to play that? I'm there jamming, honestly.
Eli is my DJ from day
That's
one,
what
man.
that's the only thing I'm playing. And I'm playing deep cuts as well. Not the because a lot of people go and play History. Oh,
Nah, I don't want that history.
History
I
is
don't
a
want to hear that shit.
Club managers come
Do
up
you know
to
what I
say
used to
play
hate?
History.
Sometimes in Liquid, when you go into the main room and they're playing that commercial garage, I used to
But
hate that.
that's the problem. Being in the main room,
I used to
you have
hate
to
that.
cater for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And
I used to hate
used to
that.
do
Unless you should own.
You're
the
right,
main-
you're right.
The main room is always the tunes that you list, like the playlist that they play on Kiss FM.
I want to
It's
hear
literally
undercuts. I want to hear my.
You want to hear something different.
You want to hear album cuts that, like, you know, we all listen to like the Ash album, and we all like the certain number tune. But they're only gonna play "You Make Me Wanna." You know what I mean? On the History playlist, I want to play.
I want to hear some U-turn up in there.
Yeah.
I want to hear
So if
some
we
U-turn,
I want to like.
We
So we're talking about.
I don't care, man.
Yeah,
I'm old. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, same.
We talked about clubs and bars and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want everyone to name. I want to do two things really. I want us to name our three. We're gonna talk about Ipswich because we're in Ipswich.
Yeah, I was gonna
now.
say, yeah,
That's
okay,
where we're from. So we can talk about London, Manchester, abroad, Vegas, whatever. You know,
Nah.
us boys have travelled well and been to a lot of stuff, but this town has not got the clubbing scene that it used to have, and I think that it needs someone to bring that back. So let's name 3 bars and clubs that we would bring back. Also, our 3 top ravers.
Top ravers.
Yeah, our top ravers. We're gonna name 3 people who would say if you could go raving with and raving them people, top ravers, people who are just there, who would just give you jokes, dance, whatever. Let's do that, something like that, man. Throw it out there. I'm gonna do my 3 ravers.
I'm gonna name one person because every time he's like, yeah, lively already. When it goes, Punny. I'm have to put Punny in there. Yeah, I have to put
Shout out
Punny
to
in
Punny,
there.
man.
Yeah, man, I have to put Punny
big
in
up
there.
Punny.
Can't lie, I was gonna draw.
Who's gonna draw for Lee?
I'll draw for D-Boy, innit?
D-Boy. Oh,
Listen, this man killed me in the club, bro.
Oh, man.
I know it's a bust.
I hear what you're saying, because I had some good nights with that brother.
He said, kill me in the club.
I had some good nights with that brother, but it is what it is.
My first one is I got a shout at Tasha Lawrence, Tasha Chanel, how I know her from. She's one of my top ravers.
Okay.
100%. Because every time I go out, wherever I go, that girl is shacking
of course.
out.
Yeah,
I've known her since like she was 13, maybe even younger.
Yeah.
She's always smiling and she's always raving. So she's one of my top ravers.
Very true. Mr. C's another raver. Yeah, he's got to be there, man. Mr. You have to be there. Always shacking out, so I have to put him in there too.
So you got to pick 3 there. So that's 2.
I got 2. I know you got in trouble. Yeah, I got 2.
I'm not in trouble. Like I would pick very strategically, right?
Go on,
so
then.
if you're picking someone who's gonna go out, I would pick someone like someone who always drives. First of all, who always drives when we go out, man?
Yeah, but do they drive and vibe at the same time, or they just drive and just designate drive and be dead?
It don't matter. They'll be dead, won't they?
I can't put people
That's
in.
not top raver, though.
That's not raver, man. You said top raver. That's the question.
I can rave because I know I'm getting home safe.
This man kill me, you know.
That's not top raver.
This guy.
Let me think of my other 2.
I mean, everyone. I think we're all when we go out, we're all on the same. Vibe.
We're all on the same.
So
vibe.
I could pick any of us,
It's
anyone
true,
from the wider.
I'm gonna throw Chucky in there, you know.
I was gonna say that.
I'm gonna throw Chucky in there. I'm gonna throw Chinaman in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw Chinaman in there. Chinaman. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw myself in there. I'm gonna throw myself in there, and I'm gonna throw Chucky in there. Because me and Chinaman, when we go out, we vibe, bro. Us man love to dance and that, man. And we got the granddad dance on the waist. We want to granddad dance. I'm gonna throw Ashra and Chinaman in there. But I have to shout out people like Mr. C, Puddy, Craney.
Yep, Craney as well.
I have to throw that man up in there. Canal, I got to throw you in there as well because you're always out there. You're in that vibe.
True. I'm gonna put in there Mr. Folks. I've put Mr. Folks in there.
Mr. Folks.
He shack out. He does what he got to do.
It's got to be in there.
Yeah. So
But like,
that's my 3.
Like Lee laughed when I said myself. You know, like
It's true though, and I hear what you're saying.
Lee, remember the baby dance? Who done a step? I created that, you know. Doom. Remember Eli? Who created that?
I got a video.
I created that dance, you know. Everyone, remember, man got baby. Bro, I got the whole liquid do that dance, yeah. Bro, when we were page, you know, so who was in there, Eli? Who was there? Going mad, you get me?
That's the video I got.
Who was in there? That man, you know me, you know. Bro, I did business back then.
The thing is, see, if I put you on my list, then it depends what era. You know, you got FIFA and all that.
Yeah.
If you take the younger era, T, well, you might not come home that night. You start a fight with someone.
That's come with me there. What era you know?
I'll take T-Roy 08 to 012.
That's been selective, you know.
I'll take that ET of 2000, 2005 T.
That's selective. That's doing me like that, you know. That's doing me like that. But anyway, you said your Lee was your 3, man.
Why? Tio put himself. I put myself in there. Alright, listen. Lee likes to party, you know.
Do your thing, you know.
Party, man.
Do your thing, you know.
Love me.
Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna put Seth in there as well, man.
Alright, Seth was gangster as well, you know.
Yes, Seth, yeah.
That's a good shout, you know. That's a massive shout.
Seth was gangster still.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because he has no boundaries on
Man, that business.
He's down for whatever. He's
also Paddy as well, you know. Paddy was jokes back in the day. Paddy was jokes back in the day. Like he wasn't the raver, but he was that guy who was just
involved, just skin and teeth,
involved,
one-liners. Yeah, Paddy
involved. He was involved.
So the clubs I'd bring back would be Cartouche for the Thursdays.
For the Thursdays, not for the Fridays.
Nah, Cartouche for the drink all you want. That was the night.
Keep it out.
So I'd do that. I'd bring back Leroy. Just for everyone being there.
Standard.
And I'd bring back the Caribbean Club.
Wow, go on.
Like
It's not a club, it's a club.
I hear you. But for
Caribbean was the foundation.
It was
the foundation. Like we would not be where we are now.
Any wedding, christening,
funeral,
you're there.
The connections that we have from every man, from every single area, every woman, man, like from older generation to younger generation, we wouldn't be a community without that place there.
I really know much.
Leroy's, Cartouche, and
why? I ain't gonna lie,
I'm saying, do you know what? I'm gonna go Bar Extreme.
Bark Stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Bark Stream. Bark Stream was good. I got a taste of that, and that was big.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Le Praise is guaranteed standard, has to come back for me. Cartouche. And this one...
What night?
No, Cartouche.
Just
bring it back. Okay,
I'll bring Cartouche back.
Cartouche is bad, man.
And this one, I put this in there because it's personal for me. You know what I mean? I feel like
Ollies.
I feel like I made that place. No, listen. I worked there, T. So when I'm working there, yeah.
I saw what time was Lee. Lee had the bar rocking. I'm not gonna lie.
I had the place.
Kanye was playing. Oh, that's when
I was the DJ. Like,
Ollies is bad.
Yeah.
when I say we used to get told enough times, the bar side, can you turn the music down? People in the restaurant. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm here trying to get people into drink.
Exactly.
Flame Lamborghini and Big Wednesday with my drink, bro.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the things I did in that place, boy. So I'm gonna let people know, I'm gonna just let people know. Old Ollies, if I could bring you back, I would bring you back. You don't want Lee to get a bar, you know? Jesus Christ.
I hear that.
I do.
You know? Yeah, you be the DJ. Damn right, we make some money.
I do. We need to make a part, man.
That's all. That's the one thing.
We got one, man. We got one. It's already
ever had that would be the one.
Promote it proper.
Yeah.
But we're there now. We're there. Right?
So for me, I'm gonna go with 3 different ones because the bars I wanted back, you lot have covered. So I'm thinking, right, if them bars are back, then I may as well bring other bars back.
It's true.
Yeah.
What you doing?
All right. So
It's true.
Edwards is coming back.
Yeah. I knew that. That was a shout for me.
Edwards have to come back. T-Roy said Ice Bar. I'm with that.
Yeah.
Ice Bar has to come back. So it's those 2 bars so far. All right. I'm gonna have to bring Liquid back because of a Monday night, student night.
Which era Liquid though?
When Liquid first began.
2000 Liquid.
Yeah. 2000 Liquid standard.
Yeah.
Liquid student night was the best night on a Monday. The music was dead, but the vibe was so good.
Downstairs room,
right? That was that.
They used to queue up to get in there. They would let you come in there.
Yeah, that's right. Downstairs on a Friday and Saturday night, Lex will see me and he'll start busting my tune.
Fishy, yeah.
Music so charred. Just friends. He would bust that. When I hear that, Lexus knew I was there.
Yeah.
Big up Lexus for them kind of things
get
there.
played in the last tune all the time.
I'm putting video in from that club.
And look at the names of the places we ruled off.
Yeah.
And look what Ipswich has got now.
But
And we didn't even say Pals either. Pals is good. Pals was bad.
Pals was bad.
Pals was wicked back then.
Pals
I
was
wonder
bad,
if it's
not
happening
Cartouche
across
bad.
the country. Like if it's a cultural thing. We kind of had this debate
I
already.
think so.
If the clubs are just disappearing because
It's like
they're
the
not
shops
getting
on a high
funded.
street as well.
Newcastle's done the
It's a
same.
big thing.
So Newcastle's done the same thing. Like we used to go to Newcastle on a regular basis. So all their places are all back open again.
Is it?
Someone took them over. Yeah, and they're saying no. She's like, yeah,
And with the
back
names,
up again.
okay.
So
they're trying to. So now they're bringing their
I think it's
their
going full
bars back.
circle. I think it's going full circle.
So do we think the same thing could happen here eventually? Nah.
I think it can.
This is done for, man.
No,
That's
yeah, Cartouche that's gone. But I do think that the nightlife can come back.
I don't think it can.
Lee,
the generation of kids right now,
Yeah.
they're not about that life, man.
Yeah.
They're not about going out having fun.
I agree with Lee.
You know what I mean?
No, but they are though.
They're not, man. They're
Listen,
out there
Lee,
trying to
Lee,
everyone trying to get quick money now.
I hear you.
that.
But if you've got the right people running the clubs, the right DJs playing the music, if you bring someone like Tom Zanetti, to a club like we used to have, Master Steps, Heartless, blah blah places, these people will go to that place. But what I'm saying is like,
Listen, I need to get a place, man.
kids are about name brands now. They're not like if they go to a bar and they don't know who you are, they're not really listening to paying the money to get in there. And the problem is clubs are charging £15-20 to go in there, and I don't want to pay £20 to go in the club and hear some dead DJs not playing the music. I'm going to enjoy it.
I think it is exactly what we talked about on the messages. I know it's a culture. It's a culture. We grew up in the culture of what do you want to do when you leave school? I got to go clubbing. Do you know what I mean? We looked forward to that. All through school, you hear the stories from the years above. They don't hear them stories coming down anymore. They don't. They're majority, and not. There's always some that are different, but the majority of these kids are not looking forward. They're looking forward to other things. They've got a lot of other things to occupy their time and mind. Just like we have more things to occupy us.
Online gaming and stuff as well now.
Online gaming, you can watch people dancing on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of that stimulation you got from the club, you're getting from them other things.
And also, like, there's a lot of festivals, a lot of raves and stuff.
Yeah, events.
We had Glastonbury, and that's it, wasn't it?
We just
nothing
had.
else, was there?
I know.
I never had Glastonbury.
No. But what I'm saying is, if you want to go to an event or something like that, the only festival that you ever heard of back when we were younger was Glastonbury. There was none of them. There weren't no Wireless, no V, no Abode, no Park Life, no whatever. There was none of that. So now people are like, I'm going to this festival. I'm going to this club.
That trickle business is gone. I think clubbing was trickle business when it was weekly business. And then now it's gone to events. And,
I guess
and
events,
to trickle on,
saving money to
the weekly
events.
thing these kids are doing is Xbox, PlayStation, or TikTok, or whatever they do. And I don't want to sound old because I don't really know what else they do. But they're certainly not clubbing every week to meet up.
But they can't do £10. They can't do £10 drink much you like them, can they?
Nah.
Like that's
government
stuff there. Like, so there's no real incentive for people to go out either, is there? Like we had an incentive to come out.
I know there's inflation. They could do £25 drink all you want.
Yeah, they could.
Because £25 was probably what £10 was to us back then, isn't it?
But then when you think about it, like. Well, we went down and got a drink.
But there was that whole big thing about...
That's probably like £2 a drink. Now you go out and buy a pint or whatever you buy, it's about £6-7.
Yeah. There was that whole thing about binge drinking, wasn't it? That's why it's all lock off.
Yeah.
That's what
I
happened.
think £25 will work.
That'd be wicked. £25, I'm happy with
that. How much
that.
a haircut now?
£20.
How much do you pay?
Well, for me, a haircut is £17, yeah?
Is that much?
And then if you look back to a £10 drink all you want, haircut was £5, right? Yeah. So it's still the same. Do you know what I mean? It's still the same difference. So money's values changed. £25.
If I had a bar, I would take that risk.
Yeah.
Listen, if I had the money, I'd invest in a club. Yes, I would mash up this place.
Running the bar is challenging, though. I think it's
having
from the other side of seeing managers and being in meetings and stuff with stressed owners and managers and talking about policies like DJ policies, bar policies, drinks policies.
Everything's policies now.
Them things are. There's a reason why there's more closing than opening.
Yeah.
And
is it because it's more restricted now and there's so many
easier
you've got
ways
to jump
make
through
money,
hoops.
isn't it? There's easier ways. If you've got money, say you've got, I don't know, 100,000 to invest and you can invest it in a bar over a year or you can invest it in one of these other internet-based options, you're going to pick one of them, I think. I don't know.
And the thing is, you have to look at like the bigger picture as well, because the big picture is, I heard for a long time, high street shopping is dead.
Yeah.
And it's going to go away, whereas eventually in town, there's going to be nothing.
There ain't nothing in this town anyway.
There's going to be nothing. I know you're rightly, there's nothing in there.
Pure pound shops and coffee shops.
Yeah, so eventually...
Buy all my clothes online or I'll go London.
Yeah, they're same. But there's going to be a time where like the high street's going to be dead.
Well, and it's sad though.
Have enough. It's
sad.
Because you've got potential to be a city.
Yeah,
it's so big. Like if you
at
had,
one point, but
people
not
here,
now.
like you look at, like for example, let's look at the docks. You see all those yachts and everything there and stuff like that. Yeah.
If
you had, it looks lovely down there.
Yeah.
Like you could. There's so much potential, and if you built like a sort of shopper village, like a Lakeside, a Westfield, in Ipswich, we'd go there and shop. People would go there and shop and spend money.
If they got the right shops,
because they would do that. That's what I'm saying. So if you've got the right people, someone who would invest money and create that atmosphere that people enjoy, people will spend money because people.
I think people see that as a risk now, though, because like
people do see that as a risk. But what I'm saying
massive risk.
is, we try and find something, but we go out of town to find that.
Yeah, of course.
So if someone had that mentality where they could create what a lot of people want. This town will be booming again.
When you invest, you invest in futures, don't you?
Yeah.
Like if you invest in futures, you're not going to invest in a brick and mortar shop.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Because in 10 years' time, is that situation be better or not as good? Then
but surely as a business person, that's where you have to move with the times.
Yeah, and not invest in the shop.
That's what I was going to say.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You have to move with the times.
You got to do virtual.
You got to do virtual something exactly like you said. If you got a chance of buying a bar or a business on the internet, you're going to buy a business on the internet. You're not wrong.
Bars bring police, drunk people. Do you know what I mean? Rising alcohol prices, bad press.
You don't know what
neighbours complaining.
Could bring gun, knife. You don't know what's going to happen.
DJs charging more. Violence.
Yeah.
Or how about you just throw this money into whatever online? Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Easy.
I hear that.
But I say that, but I really wish someone took that risk. I think there's enough space. Like it was the we went there the other day. The Romeo Dunn guy made his bar.
Oh, Bar
21.
Yeah.
He's doing all right from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So there are niches for things.
Yeah.
But I just don't think we're ever going to get back the original culture of clubbing.
Yeah.
Do you know what? What I think we should do? We're here bitching about clubs and bars and that. What we need to do a Where the Keys At anniversary party. Honestly, we're coming up to 2 years.
That's a good choice. That's a good thing, you know. Yeah, let's do it.
If you're up for Where the Keys At, come and contact
I
us.
need to book a date for next
Where the
year.
Keys At, reminisce. The playlist is strictly.
My auntie's 60.
Tell them, T. Tell them.
The playlist is strictly 92 to 2010.
Maximum 2010.
Yeah, and that's only couple. And I'm only saying that because Kendrick come out a little year
Yeah.
before that.
so you could get Kendrick in there.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Where are we going to hold it? Where are we holding the place?
What a music group.
Music.
We'll put it together.
We'll sort it out properly.
Yeah, I think it's got to be done, man.
We can shoot
Yeah.
pod from there.
on the
everything.
door and a ticket price thing.
Roll some of the
We
footage
will
from that night
organise
as
it
well,
to
innit?
let you know.
Yeah, we'll organise it. You know,
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, man. I'm there for that.
We'll get a night planned up.
All right,
I think we
so-
can build it up. Still.
Definitely.
Where the Keys At? We're done. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.